Hey there. In my everlasting quest to refactor JAIson, I realized something.
What's up?
JAIson is slow, and I mean slow. There are many reasons why this may be the case, but one stands out above the rest. Text-to-speech. If you've seen my first video on this, I struggled a lot. But now I want something that can run on a potato while also being easily customizable and fast. I think I've bitten off more than I can chew. Thankfully, since then, I looked a little bit deeper and I found Fish Audio, who also happen to be the sponsor of today's video. So let me show you just how easy it is to make a voice and use it within the new Project JAIson. Hey there, Limit here. If you watched my last video on text-to-speech, you'll remember how I completely failed most of the options. In the end, I couldn't get any form of direct text-to-speech to work, and I was left with generating speech with a preset voice, then using a voice changer to customize it. Sure, JAIson can sing with this, but sitting alone with my thoughts is so last century. And maybe you could say I could just stream the speech while it's still generating, and I agree with you. But I'm not done yet. Voice changers are not perfect. You want to know why JAIson sounds like me? Because the voice changer is actually trained on my normal voice. Here's what it sounds like when I use it. The tone and expression is still influenced heavily by the original voice before conversion. Another reason to move away from voice conversion is compatibility. I specifically use the RVC project, and in order to use the RVC project, you need to train your own voices and run them locally, which may not be possible for some people. At the end of the day, it's better to find a way to get customizable direct text-to-speech. The approaches of traditional speech synthesis and locally fine-tuned models are more technical, and I want to give them their own videos in the future. But right now, I want something that anyone can get started using today. Really, what I need right now is a better third-party provider of text-to-speech. But in order to even start using most of them, a monthly subscription is required, and that still has monthly usage limits. That immediately takes out a lot of the popular options like 11 Labs. I want something that's pay-per-use, kind of like OpenAI, but actually customizable. Enter Fish Audio. Of the options I tried, this was one of the top, even before they approached me to make this video. Their website lets you clone voices. Voice cloning is different from fine-tuning a text-to-speech model. Instead of retraining a model specifically for one voice cloning models are trained to mimic a voice provided in a voice sample. In a head-to-head, fine-tuning is better in terms of quality and stability, but in order to achieve that, I need to prepare a dataset, whereas voice cloning just needs a voice sample. And thankfully, I'm not limited on resources when running things through a third-party service. So even with a 30-second voice recording, the results are pretty shocking. Alright, we got JAIson up and running, and so we're just gonna do a little chat with her and hopefully get enough audio samples for a 30-second audio clip. Alright, I think we got enough audio data from JAIson, and we can even make a model for myself.
I'm doing well. Thank you. Sure thing. What do you want to know?
There's definitely easier ways of getting these audio clips, but this is good enough for us. The first one we're going to make is for JAIson. Just drag and drop it in, and this is good. Now we can hit create, and this will take some time to upload our audio and to give us a voice clone. Let's see how fast we can get our first byte of audio.
Well, looks like another bug report. Yep, let me guess. This system's working as intended, right?
That was sub 1 second to get our first word out. Compare that to our system with OpenAI into RVC. We need to generate the whole sentence from OpenAI before we can send it to RVC, and then the RVC output can be streamed. But now it's like we're going to OpenAI and streaming that output directly. So now it's all unified into one thing, runs on a different server, runs super fast, and is super easy to just clone and get started using. We don't have to create a data set. We don't have to do any transcriptions in order to fine-tune anything. This is a much simpler solution if you're willing to try out their service. We can also go ahead and create a character for us now. We'll use my depressing apology-esque video. Also have this unlisted. We'll create a voice. We'll call this limit, and limits test voice. I'm going to actually record, and in fact, they even gave us a blurb here, which is nice. Click to start recording. Okay. Okay, that sounds like complete shit. Ah yes, you're using my webcam mic. Oh fuck, I fucked that up. It is a great significant, rich the thick layer of fat under, I hate reading, man. Stupid. I'll keep these straight. So, we have about 33 seconds, give or take, it's good enough. Let's see how fast it can generate this one. Great. Butterflies utilize specialized proboscis. It's so fast. It's so fast. Oh my god, this is so much faster than my current setup. I'm so excited. Okay, if I butcher this up a little bit, let's try this. CIS structures to extract nectar from flowers, still just as fast. With Premium, you also do get these additional controls over here. The settings that I was showing off earlier were just the default settings that you also get with the free version. So normal quality, standard speed, standard volume. Let's turn on high quality mode for a second. This will increase the latency, but also give us higher quality audio. Let's listen to it.
CIS structures to extract nectar from flowers, while their wing scales serve multiple functions including thermoregulation and UV protection.
How about standard mode?
CIS structures to extract nectar from flowers, while their wing scales serve multiple functions including thermoregulation and UV protection.
Both of them sound good, but we also have different models here. Version 1.6 Control Beta. Ooh, let's give this a try.
These structures to extract nectar from flowers, while their wing scales serve multiple functions including thermoregulation and UV protection.
They're also releasing their new version 1.6 model with features not available anywhere else, like being able to inject laughs and pauses in speech.
Yep. Let me guess.
On a voice cloning model. And not only that, but for all my international coders, they also support other languages. All of this can be done on the free tier, but you can also upgrade to premium for stuff like speech controls and more importantly, priority generation. That's great and all, but I need this in the code. But that's also made easy. They not only have an API, but they also have a Python SDK with some features that will come in handy when it comes to reducing latency. Alright, so I've created a new conda environment for our fish test project. We're going to go ahead and install it. Pip install fish audio SDK, or we take their example usage code here, just copy paste it over into our test project. Let's see what's going on here. So we can either reference the model that we created inside of the web UI. So in this case, let me go grab JAIson for example, copy model ID, and we'll put it inside of here. This is going to take our request, send it, and then stream our output into a file called output.mp3. In order to use the SDK, we need to create a session and pass our API token, right? Currently, we aren't doing that. I've put my API key into .env folder, and we're getting it here in order to create our asynchronous WebSocket session. And we should have the output here.
Well, you know, machine learning is like,
Hold on a second. Wait, this could be pretty cool. Hold on a second.
And this is some text in the initial response. Well, you know, machine learning is like,
That is. Okay. Whatever we append into the TTS request is what's spoken first. And then it starts reading from a streamed input. It can take in an audio stream. Okay, this is a lot better than I thought it would be. This would mean we don't have to worry about sentence chunking. We can send in word for word or even token for token into Fish Audio's service and then get streamed audio out. So we're effectively input streaming and output streaming. And this was super simple to set up too. This is all the code that we need. Now that I've got it working in code, it shouldn't be too much of a stretch to integrate this with Project JAIson. Back when plugins were still a thing, Devin, the creator of Hilda, made a plugin for Fish's API, and with that, I was able to find documentation for everything else I would need to work with audio directly in memory. And just like that, JAIson's got a new voice.
sure thing. What up, Twitch chat?
Guys, is that not faster than normal? and a much quicker one at that. All of this was done in about 2 hours before I live streamed that day. Again, thank you Fish Audio for sponsoring this video. Make sure to check them out using the link down below or use code LIMIT at checkout. They also have a free trial going on, so try them out before committing to anything. This Fish Audio integration will be coming to JAIson with the rest of the new changes sometime this month, so keep an eye out for that. I'll also be sharing the voice clone model for JAIson alongside of it. So that's all for today. Subscribe if you want to continue following my coding journey. I also stream on Twitch either developing Project JAIson or playing games with JAIson. I've also got a Discord community with many other AI developers. Anyways, I'm gonna get up and out of your way. Thanks for watching.